What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day, and today is Wednesday, December 3rd. Happy Hump Day. Happy Bears week, a week that has been filled with a lot of smack talk between us Packer fans and Bears fans, and that's a good thing, right? It's good that this rivalry has gotten a little shot in the arm after years of it being so one-sided. The Bears beat us in our most recent matchup, as I'm sure you've seen online a ton. They're all hanging their hat on that, even though it was pretty much a meaningless game for us for the most part. And a handful of the starters didn't play, or at least did not finish the game. And it still took a game-winning field goal to take us down. Regardless, though, they did beat us, and we got beat. So time to right the wrong here on Sunday. A 3:25 game, Lambeau Field. Weather will be a little chilly, but shouldn't be much of a factor. Temps will be in the low 20s / high teens during the game as it gets towards nighttime, as the sun goes down, probably around 5 o'clock, a little before. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to game time. And in my opinion, this game is probably the most hyped game of the season, given the circumstances, the playoff implications, the NFC North implications, the Packers and Bears rivalry being recharged a little bit with the Bears having a good year so far, that is. I think we win, and we win big, but that's just me. And I am, as stated before, a big homer, a big optimist. So hopefully that rings true Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, anybody thinking about going to the game and don't have tickets yet? If that is you, do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market, and if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else: StubHub, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, Vivid Seats, you name it. And TickPick is still the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. I appreciate their partnership with myself. I've used them a handful of times. Every game I've been to the past 5 or 6 years, I have used TickPick. I've never had a problem. They are the best in the biz. Let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. Family owned and operated since 2007 with decades of combined legal experience, Nicolet Law's team of compassionate local attorneys are prepared to meet your unique legal challenges head on. Nicolet Law is just shy of 2,000 5-star reviews, and they have helped their clients recover over $350 million in the last 17 years that they have been in business. Injured, get Nicolet. What do we have cooking up in the chat? Everyone is seemingly fired up. Some a little nervous, I see. Big game Sunday. I don't know if you heard. 3:25. The game did not get flexed to the night game. I know some folks were confused with the news yesterday about the Week 16 game getting flexed to prime time. That is on December 20th. So Sunday's game still at 3:25 Lambeau time. My man, King AJ in the house. I'm going to be real. We need to lock in on defense. They got a two-headed running back room, and in my opinion, underrated pass catchers need to come out swinging like we did against Detroit. King AJ, couldn't have said it better myself. We got to lock in. We have been locked in on defense over the last few weeks, and it can't stop this weekend because they have proven they can put up some points. And the running back duo they have, and they got over 200 rushing yards against the Eagles. So they've proven they can come out swinging. They've proven they can pound the rock. Caleb Williams has been playing his best late in games when they need him to. So you are not lying, King AJ. We gotta lock in, and I think we will. My man Phil in the house. What is going on, my brother? Good to see you. Liking the winter hat. Are you referencing the longer hair? Yeah, I'll be going in for a cut on Friday. Personal question. Why the fire sale on your jerseys? Yeah, Phil, I've been throwing some jerseys up on the socials to see if anybody would be interested in them for a fair price for gently used, some never worn jerseys. If they were worn, they're always dry cleaned. I just have too many. I went on a tear like a couple of years back where I was just buying 2-3 jerseys at a time, and I just ended up with way too many. Like, I look over at my closet right now, and there's probably like 40 plus in there. Just a ridiculous amount of jerseys that I don't wear as often as I should, / some I've never worn. So I figured, hey, let's do a little winter cleaning, and at the same time, see if some other folks want to take them off my hands. So nothing too crazy, just throwing some up that I don't wear or haven't worn and won't. I've kind of been on a sweatshirt, like half zip jacket kind of kick lately. And yeah, I just don't wear them as often as I used to. And like I said, I went on a tear buying them a couple of years back, and just ended up with way too many, way more than anyone should have. So thank you, Phil, for hopping in. Personal questions, I don't mind those one bit. Appreciate you as always, Phil. What else we got? My man Steven over on Facebook. I don't think the Bears are looking forward to coming to Lambeau. I think they're looking forward to the thought of coming into Lambeau and winning. I just don't think it's going to happen. And like I said earlier, I'm an optimist. I always look at things like a glass half full when it comes to Packers stuff. But I do think we win big. And it's just, they're not as good of a team as Detroit, in my opinion. I think the Bears are leaning towards being frauds more so than being legit. 1 second here. And at the end of the day, they have figured out a way to win games, and that's all you need to do. Some folks will look at their schedule and be like, hey, they've got a weak schedule. Well, the Bears don't make their schedule, right? They're just playing the teams that are on their schedule, which is obviously not decided by them. So they are finding ways to win games, and there is some, applaudability to that because, hey, look at us. We didn't find a way to win that Panthers game. Now the Panthers are looking a little better than what they were at the time. We didn't find a way to win that Browns game. The Cardinals game was a lot closer than what it should have been. The Giants game was a lot closer than what it should have been. And the Bears, yeah, they've been finding ways to win games. So got to give them their props a little bit, but I just don't think they're legit. I just don't. And not to say that Caleb Williams won't become a great quarterback, because I think he's on a pretty good track of becoming a pretty good quarterback. But right now, at this very moment, I just don't think they're going to come in and do much. I just don't. Now, if we can't stop the run, then that's going to be a problem. And I know they had 200 plus rushing yards against the Eagles, but they had 40 rushing attempts. And the Eagles, on the flip side, couldn't do anything offensively. So the Bears, that's all they had to do was just keep running the ball. I think that's different on Sunday in Green Bay. I think the Packers offense will have their way with the Bears defense, forcing them to pass a little more, not have to not rely on their running game as often or lean into their running game as often. So Yeah. I don't think they're looking forward to coming to Lambeau. I agree, sort of. But I think they're looking forward to the idea of winning. I just don't think it's going to happen. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate you for swinging through. What else we got rolling in here? My man Daryl, Green Bay Packers fan in Baltimore here. Thank you for joining, Daryl. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. What else we got cooking? My man Nate, if we get ahead a few scores early, it's over. If the Bears keep it ugly and close, it'll be a dogfight. And I hate to even think about this being one of those games where, you know, we're driving down the field on the opening kick and we get into the red zone or we get into, you know, enemy territory and we have a penalty or, gosh forbid, a turnover. And instead of going down and scoring like we were looking great on the drive, it turns into being a close game and just one of those that we don't like to watch, right? Get the ball first, right? Go down, score a touchdown, get a 3-and-out, go score another touchdown, and we'll be sitting pretty, right? Wish we could do that every game. Wish we could do that every single game. That is the recipe for success. It's hard to do. Thank you, Nate, my man, always in the house. Shane, what seed do you think we will end up with? Also, who do you think our hardest matchup in the playoffs will be? Great question, Shane. There's so many moving parts, right, within the NFC. The playoff seedings as it stands right now is so tight. I know the Bears, if they lose, when they lose on Sunday, they'll drop to like the 7th seed, and we'd move up to the 2 or 3 seed. 1 second here. Thought I heard something. So anyways, yeah, if the Bears lose on Sunday, when they lose, they'll drop all the way to the 7th seed. So the NFC is so tight right now that it's hard to predict. I would love to say the 1 seed. However, I believe we're only sitting at like a 14% chance to win the 1 seed. And if we win out, I know we'd still have to have some other teams lose, like the Eagles and the Rams, for us to be able to get the 1 seed. So hopefully we'll be sitting with either the 2 or the 3 seed winning the NFC North. That would be great. And hosting a playoff game, we haven't done that in too long. It's been too long since we've hosted a playoff game. Who will be, the second part of your question, who do you think our hardest matchup in the playoffs will be? Well, we haven't been able to beat the Eagles for quite some time. And we should have beat them on Monday night back in Lambeau. So I'm not going to say the Eagles like I normally would. Maybe it could be Detroit again if we end up having to face them for a third time. That would be a pretty difficult matchup in my opinion. However, it would be at Lambeau. Just think of the game on Thursday, Thanksgiving. If we don't convert, 1 or more of those 4th downs, that game looks completely different. The margins were so close. Everything was so even. The game was literally teetering on just a few plays here or there. So I think that's going to be our toughest matchup if the Lions end up making it into the playoffs. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate you. My man, Chris in the house. Hope all is well. Go back, go back, go back, go. I think we win by 7+. Yeah, the line, I believe, is -6.5. The Packers are favored by 6.5. So hopefully we can cover, and I think we will. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction with myself or the page, any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. One more score prediction for Sunday, my man Jose. Sorry I missed you. 31-16 Packers. That's where I'm at. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you.